हरि ओम। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः Hari Om. Welcome to Ola Open Learning for All in Sanskrita Sahitya Rasaswada, and we just finished last Sunday the second act of Abhijnana Shakuntalam, the Abhinava Kalakriti of Kavikula Guru Kalidasa. And now we are going to start the third act. Third act has only 25 verses. Second act was also a very small one. And this basically is, the love is sprouting between Dushyanta and Shakuntala. We have heard about Dushyanta, and he has confessed it to Vidushaka, with Vidushaka, that how deeply he loves Shakuntala and all. Of course, at the end of the second act, when he sends back Vidushaka to the city, he tells Parihasa Vijalpitam Sakhe, na paramarthena grihyatam vachaha. Okay, that is to safeguard his position. Okay, but he is deeply in love with Shakuntala, but we don't know what Shakuntala feels for Dushyanta. So the third act is like, the love from both the sides, and Kalidasa has made every effort to make it visible, manifest that love through gestures, through words, and through suggestions. So we start with Vishkambhaka first. Tatah pravishati kushan adaya yajamana shishyaha. Kushan adaya, kusha is a kind of sacred grass. Kusha, darbha, these are the sacred grass. And kusha, basically, I might have told you many times, kusha has a very kushagra suchitam viddham charanam, etc. We saw in the first act as well, right? So this has a very pointed tip, very sharp, and it can penetrate and it can injure. It can bring out blood from your fingers if you pluck it, without paying much attention to it in an unskilled manner. And therefore, Kushala is a skilled person, because to pluck the kusha grass, you require that skill, not to get injured yourself, right? And therefore, kushan adaya, that sort of grass, kushan adaya yajamana shishyaha. Who is the yajamana? The yajamana has to be Kanva. But Kanva is not there. Kanva might have appointed somebody in his absence to perform all the rituals and rites and sacrifices. So as he has appointed Shakuntala to take care of the Atithis, similarly, for the Dainandina, the daily routine religious activities, he might have appointed some senior Shishya. Okay, and therefore Yajamana Shishya. So some Shishya of Kanva. We can just take it as some Shishya of Kanva, he enters. Now this is a very short Vishkambhaka. Iti Vishkambhakaha, it comes at the end, but let me tell something about this. I have deliberated on this 2 years back, maybe when I started this Ola lecture series 2 years back with Bhasa and Karnabhara, then Urubhanga, Madhyama Vayoga, so many dramas we saw. So that time we have discussed what is Nandi, what is Praveshaka, what is Vishkambhaka and all that. So let me just repeat for those who have joined it newly, and I mean those who haven't heard the other Ola Sanskrita Sahitya lectures, for them, Vishkambhaka is an interlude, and it comes in between two acts. If it is a Shuddha Vishkambhaka, I'll tell you what is Shuddha Vishkambhaka, then it can occur at the beginning of the first act as well, okay? Basically, it is the Vrittavartishyamānānām Kathaṁṣānām Nidarshakaha. Whatever has taken place, if it comes in two acts, then whatever has taken place in the earlier act and what is going to take place, occur in the next act, that Kathansha, some bits and fragments of that are given in the Sankshipta Swarupa, in a very abridged manner, like a pressy, in short, a briefing of the past incidences and suggesting some future things. So these things, everything can't be shown on the stage for want of decorum as well, for cost cutting on the patras, right? I mean, you can't have more and more patras entering the stage. For the stage management, it becomes very difficult. So it is cost cutting on human resource as well sometimes. And at the same time, the spectators and the readers should know what has taken place earlier and what is going to take place in future. And therefore, vrittavartishamananam kathanshanam nidarshakaha. Now, this is of two types, Shuddha and Mishra. Shuddha is Madhyama Patra Prayojita, not the Ucha Patra. We have these categories, the hierarchy that also was discussed earlier, the types of heroes, the types of heroines, and the Sanskrit and the Prakrit language, what they speak and all that. To cut the long story short, the king, the queen, these are the Purohita, the Rishis, etc. They are supposedly the Ucha characters, but the ladies, all the ladies speak Prakrit, be it queen or anybody else. Except for Gautami or Parivrajika, who is a sannyasini, she will speak Sanskrit. Otherwise, all ladies, be it queen or the Sakhi or the maid servant, they will speak Prakrit. The Madhyama Patras are Amatya, Senapati and others. They speak Sanskrit. And the Kanishta Patras are the Cheta, Sevaka, Dasa, Dasi, all these. And they speak Prakrit. Now, the Vishkambhaka can take place in the dialogue between two people, or a single person can carry out and he can just narrate, come on the stage and narrate the things, okay? And if he speaks only Sanskrit, if it is a Madhyama Patra Prayojita, it is called Shuddha Vishkambhaka. If it is a mixture of Sanskrit and Prakrit, that means there is one Madhyama Patra and one is Kanishta Patra or Nicha Patra Prayojita, then it becomes a mix of Sanskrit and Prakrit, then it is Mishra Vishkambhaka. Okay. Now the same purpose is served by something called Praveshaka. Then what is the difference between Praveshaka and Vishkambhaka? If they all serve the same purpose, there are two differences. One is Praveshaka can never come before the first act because it is all in Prakrit. Praveshaka has to be always in Prakrit. It is a dialogue, a conversation between all the Kanishta characters, the Avara characters, the low characters like Dasa, Dasi and Cheta, Cheti, etc. Okay? And a Sanskrit drama cannot start with Prakrit. It has to start with Sanskrit, and therefore Praveshaka cannot come in the beginning of the first act. After Nandi, you can never have Praveshaka. You can have Shuddha Vishkambhaka, but never Praveshaka. Okay? So that is the what these are the devices, for the furthering of the plot development. How do the readers and the spectators know about the things which they should know? But everything cannot be shown on the stage because there are some dictum for some rules and regulations laid down by Bharata Muni, the Natya Shastrakara. According to that also, some scenes like war and all, they can't be shown on the stage. But if there is a drama like Veni Samhara, which is based on the Kaurava Pandava war, right? What all happened between Duryodhana and Bhima, people should know, right? And therefore, such parts will be narrated by somebody, and for that narration, for the things which a person needs to know but which cannot be shown on the stage, such facts are narrated through some characters, and that is called Vishkambhaka or Praveshaka. Only difference is Praveshaka is only Prakrit, Vishkambhaka is two types, Shuddha and Mishra. Shuddha is pure Sanskrit, Mishra is a mixture mix of Sanskrit and Prakrit. Now here it's only one character. The Shishya comes here and he says, Aho Mahanubhavaha Parthivo Dushyantaha. Mahanubhavaha. Or there is a Mahaprabhavaha Raja Dushyantaha. That is also Pathabheda. Anubhava and Prabhavaha are the same according to Amarakosha. Anubhavaha Prabhavepi Ityamaraha. So Mahanubhava or Mahaprabhava mean one and the same. What a great powerful king Dushyanta is. Aho Mahanubhavaha Raja Dushyantaha or Parthivaha Dushyantaha, both mean the king. Yat pravistamatra eva ashrame tatra bhavati nirupadravani karya karmani samvrittani. Pravistamatre eva ashrame. This is a typical Sati Saptami Rachana. This is a syntactical peculiarity of the Sanskrit language. To avoid the clause yada tada, yavat tavat, yadyapi tathapi, etc., adverbial clause and all that, we have a special grammatical formula or a device called Sati Saptami. So the first subordinate clause is put in the locative absolute. So the Kartrupada and the Visheshanas, the Kriyapada, everything comes in the locative case, that is Saptami, and the main clause remains as it is. So in clauses, there is a principal clause and a subordinate clause, right? So the principal clause is Nirupadravani Naha Karmani Samvrittani. Naha Karmani, our karmas. What karmas? The ritual acts, the religious acts. Naha Karmani Samvrittani have been accomplished. How? Nirupadravani, without any obstacle. Upadrava, obstacle, impediment. Okay? Without any impediments, without any interruption, without any obstacles, all our ritual activities got accomplished. This is the main sentence. When? Adverb clause of time, right? So, when the king entered here in the ashrama. So, when the king entered in the ashrama, or the moment the king entered the ashrama, all our religious activities smoothly went on. That is what he wants to convey. Okay? So, yat pravishta matre eva yavat saha raja dushyantaha pravishtaha or pravishad ashrame, ashrama padam, tavadeva, that moment, and it is called Tatra Bhavati, Tatra Bhavan Raja Dushyantaha, Yavad Ashrame Pravishtaha, Tavadeva Nirupadravani Naha Karmani Samvrittani. Now, Yat Pravishta Matre Eva, in 2-3 different versions, there are 2-3 different sentences, because the two Shishyas had come and they told him that Sarathi Dvitiyena Tava Tvaya Atra Vartitavyam. And therefore, one interpretation or one version, it reads, Pravishta Matre Eva Sarathi Dvitiye Tatra Bhavati. So, Yada Sarathi Dvitiyaha Tatra Bhavan Raja Dushyantaha Ashramam Pravishtaha Tada. Okay. Then, Idam Ashrama Padam Nivrutta Raksho Vignam Samvruttam. That is one Pathabheda. Or Naha Karmani Nirupadravani or Nirupaplavani Samvrittani. All mean one and the same. The ashrama got relieved of the vigna, obstacles caused by Rakshas, caused by the Rakshasas. Okay. So all mean one and the same, but the sentences differ a little bit in different editions. So yat pravishta matre eva ashrame tatra bhavati nirupadravani naha karmani samvrittani. Ka katha banasandhane ja shabdenaiva duratah hunkarenaiva dhanushaha sahi vignan apohati. Saha vignan apohati. Saha, Raja Dushyantaha. Vignan apohati, removes the obstacles. Apohati is used in a continuous, it's a latlakara, present tense it is used, but it actually means he has done it, because now the ashrama karmani samvruttani, see the samvruttani, this is a nishtanta rupa, this is a past passive participle. That means the works have been accomplished. All the ritual activities have been done smoothly. It's all over now. This also suggests that the king's presence is not required anymore. Right? Naha ashrama karmani, naha karmani samvruttani, that means the king is allowed to go back. And if he goes back now, what about their love? So the reader should have that, So this is just a plain sentence, naha karmani samvruttani, but the dhvani, suggestion, when I always speak about the tisraha, shabda shaktayaha, abhidha, lakshana and vyanjana, this is the abhidha artha, that our karmas, our ritual acts got accomplished. What is the vyanjana behind that? That means we no more need king's help. King no more needs to stay here with his Sarathi, because the ritual activities for some few days, a week or 10 days or 12 days have already been accomplished, have already been done. That means he can go now. And then the spectators and the readers would start worrying, "Arey, inke pyar ka kya ho gaya fir?" So there is some sort of curiosity left lingering behind your mind. That is the beauty of Kalidasa. That is the beauty. He suggests so many things than he expresses. Okay. So, Kaha Katha Bana. Now, this is again a very beautiful verse, very simple one. But then he says, Saha Vignan Apohati. He removes all the obstacles. How? By Ja Shabdenaiva. And that also Durataha. He doesn't need to go where the Rakshasas come and, interact with them or have a combat with them person to person, and person to person has to fight and release the arrows from his bows. Durataha, Ja Shabda, the twang of the string of his bow. Dhanushyacha Tanatkar. In Marathi we say Tanatkar. The dhanushyaची दोरी ट्रिंग करून खेचायची. The twang we say in English, it is said twang, Twang. The twang of the bowstring is enough for that. And that also he is sitting in one corner, Durataha. From there just he stretches that. He need not even release an arrow. He need not even fix an arrow on his bow. Only the Ja Shabda. Ja Shabdena eva durataha saha vignan apohati. Ka katha bana sandhane. What is the need of bana sandhana, of fixing an arrow? Sandhana, fixing an arrow on the bow. Ka katha. Why to speak of? क्या कहने? उसकी कोई आवश्यकता ही नहीं है. उसकी क्या जरूरत है? बाण लगाने की क्या जरूरत है? का कथा बाण संधाने. दिस इज सो व्हेरी कलोक्वियल. कशाला सांगायला पाहिजे? कशाला बाण लावायचा? काय गरज आहे? दिस इज कलोक्वियल संस्कृत. का कथा बाण संधाने ज्या शब्देन एव दूरतः सही विघ्नान अपोहति. And then there is an utpreksha. Hunkarena iva dhanushaha. The Ja Shabda is the sound of the bowstring. Okay. Now bowstring and bow, these are all inanimate objects. Can they do the hunkara like we do? The Chaitana, we do the hunkara. Whatever the sound which comes out from the living beings, we are the masters of that. But the inanimate things, for them, they can't do the hunkara. But here, achetane dhanushi chetanatva aropaha. There is the chetanatva aropa. because the Dhanusha is as if doing the Hunkara, and that Hunkara is revealed, manifested through Ja Shabda, the twang of the twing sound of the bowstring. Okay? So, and Hunkarenaiva Vignan Apohati. See, there are 2-3 suggestions here. King is already suggested to be like Shiva. King is already, in the Nandi verse itself, we have, it is Ashtamurti Shivaha. So, the king is already compared with Shiva, and Rudra, Shiva, is known for the Hunkara. The 11 Rudras, the Ekadasha Rudraha, from the Vedic times, they only do Hunkara and they remove all the obstacles. So, the king's Rudratvam atra abhigamyate, because he is holding the Dhanushya. Okay, he is holding the Dhanushya. Secondly, his Ganapatitvam api vyajyate, gamyate, katham? Ganapatihi khalu vignahara. Ayamapi vignaharaha. Sahi vignan apohati. He removes all the obstacles, right? So, who removes all the obstacles? Who do we pray for removing all the obstacles? Ganesha. And therefore, Rajnyaha Ganapatittvamapi anena gamyate, tasya Rudratvamapi vyajyate. Adau eva vyajyate tat. In the Nandi verse only it is revealed, it is suggested. Now again for the Hunkara, because Hunkara is specific to the Rudras. And Kale gives in his notes, he quotes from Shishupala also, Anahum kurute ghanadhvanim nahi gomayurutani kesari. I have taught this Shishupala first sarga. This is Shishupala first sarga 25, I think. Yeah. And Hunkara specifically refers to the cry of the Rudras, and therefore it is said in the Kumara Sambhava, it is said, Rudranam api murdhanaha kshata Hunkara Shansinaha. This is from the Kumara Sambhava second sarga. So Rudranam api murdhanaha Shata Hunkara Shansinaha. So Hunkara is specific to the Rudra, and Vignaharatva is specific to Ganapati, and therefore king is an embodiment as if. Right? So what a beautiful verse. Only 2 lines, but it's loaded with suggestions. It is loaded with suggestions. Hunkarenaiva dhanushaha sahi vignan apohati. So kakatha bana sandhane, that means bana sandhanam shara sandhanam na apekshate eva. He is requested to be here Sarathi Dvitiyena and Sashara Chapa. Okay. Why? To Rakshogna. But then the Sharasandhanam na apekshate, that speaks of his valor. His name, his fame, and his valor, his bravery is so well known to all that the mere sound of the bowstring is enough to drive away all the evil forces. He need not even fix an arrow on his bow. Kakatha bana sandhane. So many things, okay? Kakatha bana sandhane, ja shabdena iva durataha, hunkarena iva dhanushaha, hunkarena iva utprekshita. Utpreksha always talks about, the Kavi Pravudhokti. It is the Praudha Uktihi Kavehe. He has imagined something for his hero, and then he speaks it in this term. That is imaginary, fictitious thing. And that is achetanatve chetanasya aropaha. Okay. Sahi vignan apohati. Yavad iman vedi samstaranartham darbhan ritvibhyaha upaharami. Now the last rite, perhaps, the ending, concluding rite is remaining. I am taking this darbha, this kusha for the ritvij. Rutu and yaja. These are the 2 words in the 2 padas in the word ritvik. Rutau rutau yajate iti. So in every Ritu, according to the Ritu, one who performs rituals is called a Ritvik or Ritvij. Okay. So Darbhan Ritvik Upaharami. I will take this Darbha near the Ritvik for Vedi Samstaranartham, for spreading besides the Vedi, besides the fire altar. Normally, the Darbha and the Kusha grass are, spread around the altar, the fire altar, and there the gods, the deities are invoked, and that is the asana, idam asanam, right? That is the asana offered to the gods or the pitrus, and asyatam, atra asyatam, asmin darbhe, darbhasane asyatam. And therefore the darbha is astrita, that is the astirna darbha, spread, strewn all around the Vedi. One side the Yajamana is seated, the other three sides are empty, the other three sides the darbha is spread. Parikramya avalokya. He just takes a round and then perhaps he spots somebody at far, at some distance. Avalokya, parikramya avalokya. And that character now is not brought on the stage. He is talking akashe, in the space, in the void, not near necessarily akashe is up. Akashe is void space. So that empty space where perhaps he has located someone, he has located one dasi called Priyambada. And he has identified her that she is carrying something in her hand, and that is an unguent made of ushira. Ushira is a type of fragrant grass called khas in Hindi and vada in Marathi. Khas ke parde lagate hain na because it's cooling. बहुत जहाँ गर्मी रहती है, and even the water coolers we have the khas, right? That's a kind of fragrant grass. In Maharashtra we have a habit of putting vada in the matka, in the grishma, so that it is cooling also and it is fragrant also. Vadacha pani, vadache parde, right? So ushira anulepanam mrinalavanti cha patrani niyante priyambade. So he identifies at a distance, so that character is not brought on the stage. It is a cost cutting for the stage manager, because he can do away with that. No, when somebody is at a distance, we can, oh, where are you going? Oh, what did you say? And that is called akasha bhashita. So one person, he talks, and other person, what he has talked or what he or she, this person repeats for the benefit of the spectators. Okay. So akashe, this is again a specific stage device. Okay. Akashe. This is given here in Kim bravishi evam ityadi vina patram braviti yat shrutva iva anuktamapi ekaha tasya tatsyat akasha bhashitam. One person, but he speaks the dialogues of two. Kimuktam, Kim bravishi, and then he would repeat whatever is bruta. Okay. Priyambade, kasya idam ushira anulepanam mrinalavanti cha nalini patrani niyante. For whom are these nalini patrani, the lotus leaves, along with the stalks, mrinala, the lotus stalk. Mrinalavanti nalini patrani. So the full lotus leaf along with its long stalk are being carried, plus ushira anulepanam, plus an anulepana, an unguent utna of ushira. Okay. How did he know that it is ushira? From a distance he won't be able to know. Anybody of you might ask this question, right? Because mrinalavanti nalini patrani, that means, so whatever, there must be a bowl in her hand in which she is carrying that something, like an unguent, and she is carrying on the other hand the big lotus leaves along with their stalks. What is the purpose of the lotus leaves and the stalks? Lotus is always in the water. It is cool. Plus, it is not only the leaf, mrinal, and that is also very cool, because if you just peel off the outer skin of that lotus stalk, inside it will be softer and cool, white thread-like thing, which are supposedly the diet of the Rajahamsas coming from the Manasa lake, Bisatantu, So they are very cool, very soft. So these are some cooling agents, some coolant, as we put coolant, water for the cars, etc. nowadays. So these are the cooling agents. If a person is suffering from some bodily heat, then these are the things which cool down, pacify a person. Along with chandana also. So when there is Ushira Anulepana, there will be chandana mixed with that Ushira. So that is Anulepana. So there is first Lepana, Anulepana. After that Lepana, there is this Ushira. Okay? Vada. Nalini Patrani Kasya idam niyante. For whom are you carrying these? For whom these are being carried by you? Akaranya or Shrutim Abhineya. He just acts that he is listening to somebody, and then he would repeat it. Kim Bravishi? What did you say? Atapalanganad balavad asvastha Shakuntala tasyaha sharira nirvapanayaiti. Oh, you say that Shakuntala is balavat asvastha. She is excessively ill. Asvastha. Swastha is healthy, no? Very composed, balanced. Asvastha, not balanced. The vata, kapha, pitta, they are imbalanced. And why this is? Atapa langhana, because of the attack. Langhana is attack. Langhana is not the Marathi langhana, which is upavasa. आज माझं लंघन आहे, म्हणजे मी जेवणार नाही, मी खाणार नाही. Not that. Atapalangana, Kesarani Langhayati, something in Shakuntala only, I think, or in Raghuvamsha. Kesarani Langhayati. I think Shakuntala, 7th act, yeah. So, Langha is to attack. So, Atapalanganat, attack of heat. So, there is some sort of sunstroke, heat wave. And because of that, Shakuntala is asvastha. Now, this is the Abhidhartha. For the readers and the spectators, you have to guess, and the suggested meaning you have to derive at from this is, she is Virahavastha. She is, she is heated because of the Viraha. The Madana Daha is burning her, and therefore she needs some pacifying agents, at least outwardly. The inner Agni, the Viraha Agni, will be pacified only when she can meet Dushyanta. But the outer physical one at least could be pacified by the external coolants. So this is the suggestion. Atapalanghanat balavad asvastha Shakuntala tasyaha sharira nirvapanaya. So to pacify her body, sharira. See, he has used the word sharira because her manas cannot be pacified. Her sharira at the most can be pacified, right? Tasyaha sharira nirvapanaya iti. Or daha nirvapanaya, there is another pathabheda, nirvapanaya iti. Tarhi yatnad upacharyatam. Okay, so you said Kim Bravishi, this is that. So for Shakuntala you are carrying it. Okay, then go and do it very nicely. Yatnat, do your full efforts to pacify her shariradaha, because sakhalu bhagavataha kanavasya kulapatehe uchvasitam. She is as if like the life breath of bhagavataha kulapatehe kanavasya. Bhagavataha, he is highly powerful Rishi. So Bhagavan, and Kulapati, he is the Kulapati of the Gurukula. He is the chief of the Gurukula. Kanavasya is his name. Uchvasitamiva. So she is as if the second life or the life breath of Kulapati, and because he is not around, you have to be excessively alert in taking care of her. Otherwise, when he comes tomorrow, whenever he comes, he should not feel that she was neglected and in his absence, nobody took good care of his beloved daughter. Sa khalu bhagavatah kalupatehe uchvasitam. And I will also do something. What I will do? You are carrying this Ushira Anulepana and Mrinalavanti Nalini Patrani. Let me also do Ahamapitavad Vaitanikam Shanti Udakam Asyai Gautami Haste Visarjayishyami. I shall release, I shall send Preshayishyami. Gautami Haste, through the hands of Gautami. Gautami is like a female ascetic here, maybe a senior caretaker of the girls in the ashrama, somebody like a warden, like a female warden of the hostel. So Gautami Haste, Kim Preshayishyami, Shanti Udakam. The waters which have a cooling effect, Shanti Udakam. When we do any Shanti, Ganesha Homa, or Navagraha Shanti and all that, that Udaka in the Kalasha is sprinkled on everybody. Right? That is Shanti Udaka. And this Shanti Udaka, he says, Vaitanikam Shanti Udakam. What is Vaitanika? Vaitanika is a Taddhita. It is from Vitana. Vitane Bhavam iti Vaitanikam. Vitanam nama kim? Vitanyate iti Vitanaha nama yajnaha. Vitanyate, visheshena, tanyate, it is spread out or it is executed specifically, that is a ritual act, a yajna. So Vitana is yajna and Vaitanika is yajnodbhava, Shanti Udakam. So we are going to have this last yajna, and that's why I am carrying this kusha, etc. So when this is over, that Shanti Udaka, which is Abhimantrita, which is a consecrated water, that I will send through Gautami to Shakuntala. Okay, so this is the Vishkambhaka. Here it ends. Very short, one paragraph, one verse, and that's it. Very short, but it has given you too many things to mull over, like Dushyanta is very brave, and his hunkara, his jamatra is Vignan apohitum kshamam. Okay, ja shabdaha eva alam. That is one thing. Then karyani nirupadravani samvruttani. So the karyas have gotten over, and therefore Dushyanta's stay will have to come to an end today or tomorrow. It is soon now. He will have to go back. And third thing, Shakuntala is ill and she is having that sunstroke, as if a sunstroke, because her whole body is burning. And that burning, of course, the suggestive meaning is she is burning in the separation of Dushyanta, because she is burning in the fire of Madana inside. She can't express it, and there is no other go because her father is not around. And Paravati Sabala, right? And therefore she can't take decisions on her own. So all these things, they get conveyed through all this. Atapalanghana vyajena virahavastha kathanam jneyam. So virahavastha kathanam, that is the kathana. And then kakatha banasandhane, here Dushyanta's bravery has likened him to Rudra and likened him to Ganapati, because he has turned Vignahara. So many things. It is a very pregnant Vishkambhaka, I should say, filled with so much of narration. Iti nishkrantaha. His work is done. Tatah pravishati kamayamana avasthaha raja. And then kamayamana avasthaha. Kamayamana avasthaha raja. So he is a Virahi Raja. Kamayamana avasthaha raja pravishati. In some editions, it is Kamayanaha raja pravishati. Kamayanah Kamasya Nama Madanasya Yanam Arohanam. So the Kama is rising, the Madana is rising, and such a king who is love-lorn king enters. Sachintam Nishvasya. So, Sachintam Nishvasya, he is thinking something, and he is thinking too many things, obviously, and those too many things will be reflected through the verses which he speaks all alone now, because Vidushaka is already sent to the city. He is all alone now in the ashrama. Sarathi will not be here with him every time. Sarathi will be there only when he sits in the chariot. Otherwise, he is all alone now, and his work is almost over, and now he will have to leave, but with heavy heart he will have to leave, because he didn't get an opportunity to meet Shakuntala. He was all the time busy protecting the yajna, and therefore he never went near the kuti where Shakuntala and the Sakhis, or that Upavana, where they were watering the plants and all, because the yajna will take place little far, not near the kuti where these girls stay, and therefore he hasn't had an opportunity to see even Shakuntala, and his love for her, is increasing day by day, and so long he was engaged in some activity which was a challenge to his bravery. Now the work is also done, so now he is overwhelmed with that feeling of passion and love for Shakuntala. And there comes a beautiful verse, Jane tapaso viryam. Small sentences. Jane tapasaha viryam. I know. Tapasaha viryam. What strength lies in tapas, in austerity? What does he refer to by this? He may be referring to Kanava's prabhava, because as long as Kanava Rishi was there, the Rakshasas did not even dare to come near ashrama to cause any obstacles, right? The moment he went away, the Rakshasas came. That means there is virya, there is strength in his austerity. So if I do something wrong, then what will be my fate? If Kanava gets angry with me, if I were to make some advancement and advancing my love towards Shakuntala, he is all the time, overwhelmed with that thought of love. But he is at the same time afraid of the tapasaha viryam of Maharshi Kanava. Jane tapasaha viryam. So there is this Vedana Kriya, Jnana Kriya. Jane, aham jane. So I know everything. Jane, just keep it in mind. This is the Jnana Kriya. Just note this. Jane tapasaha viryam. Sa bala paravati iti me viditam. There is another Jnana Kriya. Iti me viditam. What is known to me? Another thing. Sa bala paravati. Sa taruni paravati wouldn't hinder the meter. Sa ramani paravati iti me viditam wouldn't have hindered the meter. He uses the word bala. Kalidasa is very choosy about the Visheshanas which he uses. This is a good example of Padavakrata or Visheshana Vakrata, which Kuntaka talks about, so many types of Vakroktis, Padavakrata, Vakya Vakrata, Alankara Vakrata, so many things are there. So the exact Pada used at the proper place would convey what 100 other words would not be able to convey. So Bala, that means she is apragalbha, she is not experienced. So her tarunya is just blossoming. Abhinavatvam, Yauvanasya, Abhinavatvam Yauvanasya, and Saukumariyatvam, it is Sukumara, Pelava at the same time, because Sarasijamanu Viddham Shaivalena Piramyam. You just remember that verse, right? So she is yet Anaghratam Pushpamiva, and this is Madhu Anasvaditam. This is like a honey which is not yet tested. This is like a flower which is not yet smelled. So that sort of tarunya. So Abhinavatvam and Saukumariyam, both are together in the word Bala. They won't be there if you use any other word as Taruni. Taruni also means Yuvati. The Yauvana would be conveyed, but not the Saukumariya. And therefore the word Bala is very, very appropriate. And you can't replace it. You can't replace it. Sa Bala Paravati. She is Paradhina. She can't take her decisions on her own because her father is not here around. She depends on her father for everything. Sa Bala Paravati iti viditam. This is also jnana. But then there is something which goes against his jnana. And what is that? Alamasmi tato hridayam tathapi na idam nivartayitum. Tathapi idam hridayam tataha nivartayitum na alam asmi. This is the Anvaya. Yadyapi aham jane tapasaha viryam sa bala paravati ityapi me viditam tathapi. Tataha, from her, hridayam nivartayitum aham alam nasmi. I am not able to, I am not capable of returning my heart or making my heart come back to me from her. I have lost my heart to her. Now it lies with her. I have no control over my heart. I can't bring it back to me. So I have become heartless now because she has already stolen my heart. The heart will not come on its own accord to me. Swayameva na nivartate mayapi nivartayitum na shakyam. So prayojaka it is. Prayojaka tumanta, right? Nijanta tumanta. So tathapi, tataha, from that object of Shakuntala, the heart which is stuck there, I am not able to call it back to me. I have no control over my heart. I have lost control over my heart. So she is the queen of my heart now. I have lost every control. So on one hand there is jnana kriya and here is na jnana because I don't have any control over my heart. So jnana kriya, vedana karma, vedana kriya and nivartana kriya, they stand in opposition to each other. There is a virodha. And that virodha would turn into virodhabhasa. It is only abhasa because rati, because there is so much of love and attachment. There is a very famous, not famous perhaps, I don't remember exactly the verse. I didn't think of it earlier. It just, I am remembering it now. Napumsakamitim matva priyayai preshitam manaha tattu tatraiva ramate hatah paninina vayam. Yes, I remembered it. One Subhashitakara. This is a very good Subhashita on grammar, right? Napumsakam iti matva priyayai preshitam manaha. Manas in Sanskrit is Napunsakalinga. In Marathi also it is Napunsakalinga. Te man, not saha or sa. Okay? Tad manaha, tan manaha. So it is Napunsaka, neither a man nor a woman, neither male nor female. And therefore I sent my mind to my Priya, to my beloved. Okay? Because it is a Napunsaka, no? That Napunsaka mana won't have any interest in that Lavanyavati Priya. But tattu tatraiva ramate. But that mana is sticking there only. Mana is enjoying there. Hatah paninina vayam. So we are killed by Panini. We are really stricken by Panini. I mean, Panini just said that Manas is Napunsakalinga, but I feel it is a Pullinga because that Priya, I sent my mana to her thinking that it is a Napunsakalinga, so it won't have any affection for my Priya, but it goes and sticks to her. What do we do? What do we talk of Panini now? Right? Hata Panini Navaya. So like that, my Hridaya has gone to her and now I have no control. So there is this Virodha here. Alamasmi tato Hridayam. Now, instead of that, there is another Pathabheda here. There is that. न च निम्नादिव सलिलं निवर्तते मे ततो हृदयम्. न च निम्नादिव सलिलं. As the salila, the water which goes to the nimna bhaga, to the lower position, is very hard to bring back to the upper position, upwards. Similarly, my heart which has gone to her is very now difficult for me to bring it back to me. Salilam yatha nimnad salilam nivartayitum yatha na shakyam tathaiva mama hridayam tataha nivartayitum na shakyam ityarthaha. Okay? So, खाली गेलेलं पाणी वर वळवणं कसं कठीण आहे, त्याप्रमाणे माझं हृदय तिच्याकडे गेलेलं ते परत माझ्याकडे आणणं कठीण आहे. So, this is also a good Pathabheda. And this also gives that impossibility task. Of course, when you build, you do pump and all, now mechanically you can bring it up, as we have all been doing it, pump the water and store it in the higher position in a tank, and then the water flows down. But that is possible now mechanically, but otherwise the water which flows down on its own cannot come back. Similarly, my heart, which has gone to her, cannot now come back. And even if I try hard, my heart has got stuck to her, so it is not coming back to me at all. So, nacha nimna adivasalilam nivartate me tato hridayam. Bhagavan madana badham nirupya. And then he gesticulates as if, acts as if he is stricken by the god of love. Madana badham nirupya. And what is this Madana Badha Nirupana? Raghava Bhatta explains in 2-3 actions. These are the instructions. The commentarial literature, helps the actors to enact it in that manner. Kalidasa won't give the stage directions, how the actor should enact it. There has to be some manual for the actors. All actors are not so learned, right? But then the commentary gives you the manual, how to enact it. And he says, Lolitena Shirasa, in what desperation he will be shaking his head. Oh, what should I do? I can't, like you can have your own enactment sessions in front of your mirror. So, Lolitena Shirasa, Dolena Hastakena, like Devanand. Devanand in old movies, Dolena Hastakena, and Shunyaya Drishtya. And looking at something where nothing lies. Shunya Drishti, blank Drishti, Shunya. So these are the 2-3 things which he has suggested. There may be many more, and there could be many more. So this depends upon the patra, the nata, the actor, to enact it in that way that the spectators get a feeling, oh, he is stricken by love and he is not getting solace even for a minute, So, Madana Badham Nirupya Bhagavan Kusumayudha. Oh, Bhagavan. Bhagavan is one who has this Shadaishwarya, Jnana, Vairagya. What are these? Jnanam, Vairagyam, Aishwaryam, Shannam Bhagaiti Irana. There is some verse. So, Bhagavan is one who is having the Jnana, Vairagya, Virya, Tapas, etc. All these 6 things. So, oh Kusumayudha, your Ayudha, your bow is made up of Kusuma. He is Pushpadhanva, no? Madana. Bhagavan Kusumayudha, Tvaya Chandramasacha, Vishwasaniyabhyam, Atisandhiyate Kami Janasarthaha. Very nice sentence. Tvaya Chandramasacha, you and Chandrama, Chandramas, that is the moon. We look upon you as Vishwasaniya, the most trustworthy. You are fit to be having trust upon, believable, but you have betrayed our trust. Atisandhiyate kamijana sarthaha. Sarthaha, group, samuhaha. Sartha is samuha. Kamijana sarthaha, virahi samuhaha. Virahi jananam samuhaha. He kusumayudha tvaya chandramasa. And both how they are? Vishwasaniyabhyam yuvabhyam atisandhiyate, deceived. The group of the separated or the lovelorn people, the group of lovelorn people is deceived, is betrayed by you both who are regarded as the most trustworthy people. When the Virahi Jana, the lovelorn people, their bodies are also burning. So who they would look upon? The Kusuma Sharatva of Kusumayudha. All flowery thing. The Shara also Kusuma, the Dhanushya also Kusuma. So very flowery, the tenderness, that delicateness, that softness and cooling effect will be there. And Chandramas, Chandra is one name and Chandramas is another name. In that, Chandati Alhadayati ti Chandraha. Chandraha kasmat Chandanat. Chandanam nama kim? Not Chanda, it means kim? Alhadanam. Chandati Alhadayati ti Chandraha. And Ma, that Chandramas mein jo Ma hai, Chandramaha, that Ma is Mimite, that is Kalavachaka. He regulates time, during the night. Surya, Chandramasau tatha. These are the two, what you can say, the coordinators and regulators of time factor. So he is Alhadaka as well as a timekeeper. Alhadakaha cha kalamapakascha iti chandramaha. So both of you, because Chandra is Alhadakaraka, we look upon him because with his himanshu, with his cool rays, he will pacify us. So both of you are regarded by Virahi people as trustworthy, but you have deceived them. How you have deceived them will come in the next verse. So, okay. So, Bhagavata Chandramasacha Vishwasaniyabhyam Atisandhiyate Kamijana Sarthaha. There is another sentence here, Ataha Prak. Before this, Bhagavan Kusumayudha, there is another sentence in some versions. Bhagavan Kamadeva Nate Mai Anukroshaha. You don't have any pity on me. You don't have any compassion on me. Kutaha Chet. Why? Bhagavan Manmatha Kutaste Kusumayudhasya Sataha Taikshnametat. You are a Kusumayudha. Then how can you be so rude? Taikshnam. How can you be so penetrating? Tikshna. Very hard on me. You have to be very soft because you are Kusumayudha. Where is that softness? That softness has gone. Oh Madana, despite being Kusumayudha, you are so Tikshna. You are so hard upon me. This is also a very nice sentence. So this brings out the Virodha, right? Kusumayudhasya tava sataha api satashashti. Shashti chanadare. Because your Tikshnata, your Taikshnya disrespects your Kusumayudhatva, disrespects your softness, right? So that is what it is, Shashti Chanadare. Kusumayudhasya sataha Taikshnametat kutaha Taikshnametat. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.